Summer Challenge North America as we're about to begin the finals to find out which teams are going to be moving on to Dubai and which teams are going to be claiming the big prize at the end of the tunnel. Welcome to the analysis desk. My name is Kyle Harris, your host throughout the next 2 days. And to my left, I have esteemed gentlemen. You may be recognizing them. We have Mr. Pubg and we have Mr. Seven Worlds Gaming. Gentlemen, excited to be here once again?
Absolutely thrilled to be here. Some amazing teams have fought their way through the preliminaries. They've battled their way through the playoffs. And guys, 20 teams are going to fight for a chance to move on to the global finals in Dubai.
Some teams win an insane amount of kills, and I'm so excited to see who's going to go ahead and come out on top for the top 3 in Dubai. My goodness.
Absolutely, it's going to be good. And of course, along the road with us is Samsung Galaxy Note 9 joining us for all of the adventure that goes down. So thank you very much to them for sponsoring the event as a whole. And we've been playing around with the Samsung Galaxy Note 9s, very much so enjoying them ourselves. Now, we're going to be breaking everything down, but also you can get involved on Twitter as well with the hashtag PMSC. So make sure to tweet us with that hashtag and tell us who you think is going to be winning, who you think is going to be able to do well here throughout the day as a whole. We want to know all of your opinions. Your opinions, in my opinion, are far more valuable than theirs.
Not mine.
So, no, okay, that's fine. So, without further ado, let's start talking about the tournament as a whole, and let's look back at what happened for all of these teams to be able to get here, of course, as 15 teams were able to qualify, and 5 teams came in through the vote, but the action that we saw before was very good.
Absolutely. 1 month ago, we had ourselves these competitors blasting their way through Erangel, and oh my goodness, boats were not the place to be, were they?
No.
Definitely on the first round, you did not want to be on the boat. I think we saw like 3 boat explosions. And right here, Potato Sam just being able to clutch it against a 1v3. He did have some players down, and Remix just cleaning up for his team.
One of my favorite scenes of the entire tournament before. Just not enough bullets to handle the whole squad. He's able to finish him off, but unfortunately there for him, he does go down. Tank at the same time off doing some solo work, and Angry knocking some folks out of the car.
And Trasher over here just making look Chad like a lost Bambi. He's trying to figure out where he's getting shot from. There you go, he gets taken out. My gosh, you gotta watch out.
That's right. Juicy coming in with a 249 from the edge of the zone, clutching it up for an additional finish, and that guy in the house getting 3, wrapping up a nice little clutch here for Team Those Guys.
And once again, that guy with those guys, and oh my gosh, we got Chad dying again. That is a hell of a highlight right there by VSG, just being able to clutch some kills.
We got Echo going into the top of the house here, and look at this. Got some folks prone, and it wasn't able to get it done. And oh, the disrespect. Matza ball with the crowbar.
The crowbar, and Farah just clutching it there for the win. And now Jasper, this was a military base at the beginning. A lot of people just getting trying to take on 3 people by himself.
You're going to be dangerous. We'll keep an eye out on that for today. P90 Princess unable to survive the buggy exploding, and here's that water action from Grimes and those guys securing a win in one of their matches.
And look at their G right there, being able to go ahead and take down somebody in Pachinki, which I wonder if we're going to see a lot more Pachinki action today.
We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. But that is the previous playoff leading up to this tournament. It was fantastic. I want to see if we get some more hot action today.
That's right, definitely. And we can take a look at all of the rosters that are going to be competing throughout the next 2 days. Remember, 15 of these teams qualified via those qualification processes. 5 came through the community vote. Guys, who have we got playing?
In order of rank, we've got our top finishers from the playoffs. We've got the Gank Stars led by Gank Angry. We've got Lights Out in second place with Juicy leading the squad. We've got Those Guys with that guy leading the squad. I promise that won't be confusing today. We've got Team Gates with Rolex leading, and we've also got Wildcard with Hot Jukes. We've also got rounding out the top 10, Team Hectic, Team G25, the Zen Gamers, Underrated, and Win Sanity.
And not only that, we also are going to go ahead and have the next 10 teams. Girthy Dingos, Foul Play, Pachinki Bandits, once again my favorite place to go to. Chai Pharaoh Squad, Marciano Gaming, Derek's Killers, Hammers Esports, Taster Face, Just Some Dudes, and Team Vandy.
You know, that's amazing logo there from the Girthy Dingos.
Yes.
Fantastic artwork, I must say. Big shout out to them on that. Solid graphic design. Anyways, looking forward to see all of these guys compete in today's tournament. We'll probably have a chance to meet them here in just a few.
Absolutely. Always happy to see a few dogs few doges in the logo representation here, because everyone loves a good pupper, I think, for the most part. And let's take a look now, of course, at what is at stake here, because not only is Dubai is at stake as well, which is going to be coming at the end of the year. We're going to have 3 teams, right, going on to Dubai.
3 teams today from the North American region will be moving on to the global finals in Dubai. It's at the end of November, and they're going to be meeting up with the top finishers from the other regions all around the world. Some really, really solid competition we've seen from other parts of the world.
Definitely, and I've heard that India has an amazing team, so namaste from anybody from India. And also China has a very strong team, so I'm looking forward to see how the NA competition will do against pretty much the whole world.
All right, yeah, we've got I have an opportunity also to cover Europe. That was very competitive as well, so great stuff to come here from the PUBG Mobile tournament as a whole. And let's look at some of the teams that we think might be doing well here, because obviously throughout the qualification process, we really kind of got to grind out who are the teams that are going to be able to perform well. What are your thoughts kind of coming into this?
I think the overwhelming favorites have to be the top finishers from the earlier playoffs, and that's the Gangstars. They had an amazing run moving, led by Angry. They had 2,650 points in the earlier rounds, wrapping up 60 total kills, averaging 15 per round. Remember, there's only 80 in the plane, so they're doing magnificent stuff. Definitely look out for them to proceed to Dubai. They just got to go out and actually get it done.
Definitely Gangstars with the 16 kills, but that's not the only team. We also got Lights Out in the house, which I wonder how they're going to go ahead and do, because they did get a total of 48 kills, and look at Juicy right there.
He's so happy.
I love it.
He's
Juicy.
looking good. And just to point out, they average 12 kills per game. So definitely one of those teams you might hear us talk a lot. Pretty much, you're going to see them on the kill feed a lot, just destroying people.
That's the plan. We've got Lights Out Juicy again leading his squad, and we also have a third squad here that's pretty well respected, and they are led by none other than Rolex, and he is leading Team Gates. They have 1,930 points last round, and they ended up with 41 kills. I mean, pretty impressive stuff there. Again, the top 4 finishers from the last playoffs, all double digits average in kills each and every round. So really, really impressive stuff. Have to see if their strategies stay the same. Remember last time, the amount of teams that moved on was quite substantial. 15 teams moved on. This time it's only 3, so I do expect to see some strategies varied up a little bit today.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to shake things up if they want to compete with some of the big names that we just mentioned before, of course. Thank you very much, gentlemen, as we are almost ready to introduce all of our teams here to the tournament. Before we do that, though, of course, Sanhok is the new map on PUBG Mobile that everybody can kind of jump into and get to terms with. A smaller map than Miramar and Erangel, of course, with full of action. Let's take a closer look at Sanhok.
Play PUBG Mobile for free.
That's right, get your QBZ ready and jump into Sanhok. A lot of fun indeed. For now, though, we are ready to meet our teams. I've sent Powerbang and 7 Worlds Gaming off down into the pits where the teams are. So, guys, take it away and introduce the teams.
First and foremost, thank you, Kalaris, for the nice introduction. I'm here with 2MG representing Just Some Dudes. Tell us, who have you brought with us to win this chicken dinner?
All right, we got Matt, Jack, and Swooshman.
All right, well, we'll have to see if you guys can get it done. Best of luck. Be aggressive. Go get some frags.
Thanks, BB. And I'm actually here with Tasterface and their team, and I'm just going to go ahead and let you introduce yourself and your team.
Hi, I'm Kellyverse. We got Nordic, Elected, and Toulouse.
Best of luck to you guys. PB, back to you.
I've got Fandy with me. Fandy from Team Fandy. You guys are representing. Tell us, who have you brought with us to compete today?
I've got Pro Batty here, Edian, and Beckman.
Awesome. Well, best of luck to you guys. Go get it done.
Thanks, Phoebe. And I'm actually here with Derek G and the Derek's Killers. Roy, Chris, introduce this squad for me.
Oh my gosh, we've got Iron Sight, Bang, and Nerve, all from Arcade. Ruthless Killers, now Derek's Killers for the tournament. Spam some pineapples in the chat for my man, 7 Worlds Game.
Let's go, Derek G. Back to you, PB.
We've got Danakins here from Hammers Esports. Let's hear it for him. Danakins, who have you brought with us to compete today?
So I have Hammer's Animosity, Hammer's Night, and Hammer's Sneaky.
You guys are certainly looking fly. Make your way to the booth and get ready to get it on.
Thanks, PB. And I'm actually here with Marciano Gaming. I'm actually going to have to stretch it out a little bit more. Please introduce your team for us, bro.
We got Parka, Fatboy, and Hector playing with me today.
There you go. Best of luck, guys. PB, who do you got next?
Chifero here with me from Chifero Squad. Chifero Squad, who are all your members? Tell us, Lord Chifero.
We have Lady Chifera, we have E-Loves, and Tiff. Ready to battle, man.
Awesome. I'm so excited to see you guys on the battlefield. Go get it.
And I'm actually here with Pochinki Bandits. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Hothead, and I got Wi-Fi, Mac Daddy B, and J7. We're ready.
There you go. Best of luck to you guys. PB, who do you got?
With me, we've got Solid FPS from Team Foul Play. Love the play on words there. Solid FPS, who have you brought with us to compete today?
My teammates are Exclusive, Memo, and Mr. Flip.
Awesome. Best of luck to you guys. I'm excited to see if you guys can get that top 3 placement.
Solid FPS for the win. And also now we got Girthy Dingos. Please introduce yourself for me.
I got M-Bone right here, I got Nate Bra, and I got Chooch.
Best of luck to you guys. PB, who you got?
Well, over here with me, I've got Win from Team Winsanity. Mr. Winsanity, tell us who you brought with us today.
What's up, Power Bang? I have my brother Clay here and my fellow YouTubers Cleric Dragoon and the one and only Spooby HD.
Great. Best of luck to you guys. I hope you guys perform as though you deserve. Go get it done.
And I'm here with Underrated with their captain, Trollin. Please introduce your squad for me.
We got Thunder, Alchemy, and G-Bay.
Best of luck to you guys. That man's probably going to be playing with the cowboy hat. Best of luck, my boy. PB, who you got for me?
I got my man Zen Lee, representing Zen Lee Gaming. Zen Lee, who have you brought with us today?
I brought the legendary Derpy, Clay, and Night Owl. We're excited, ready to do this. Thanks for tuning in.
Absolutely. Anytime you precede a player name with legendary, I expect big things. So best of luck to you guys today.
And I'm actually here with the Team G25 Gaming, my boy Crypto. Crypto, introduce this squad for me.
All right, so we got Quantum right here, we got Slazer, and then Bullet.
Best of luck to you guys, Bullet. I'm glad you were able to make it. PB, who do you got for me?
Next up, we've got our boy Metalcore from Team Hectic. Let's hear it for Metal. Who have you brought with you today to get that chicken dinner?
I brought the boys. I'm out here with Josh, Remix, and Swift.
Josh, Remix, and Swift. That makes up Team Hectic, guys. Best of luck. Go take your seats.
And right here, I'm actually with my boy Hot Jukes from Wildcard. Hot Jukes, introduce yourself for me, boy.
What up, 7, dude? We're here. We're ready. Got my boy Outsider 9K, C-Gut, Lucifer, a.k.a. Lucy. We ready to put on a show, baby. Let's do it.
Hey, I want to see it. Get some kills, boy. Let's go. PB, who do you got?
I've got the one and only Rolex from Team Gates. Rolex, who have you brought with us besides the only man here bigger than me?
Sam Kodo Carnage taking first place.
Confidence. Well, you better back it up now that you made that statement. Best of luck, boys. Good luck to Team Gates.
Well, I'm actually here. It might get a little bit confusing. I'm with that guy for those guys. So that guy, please introduce your team for me.
We've got Danky, we've got Richie, and we've got Grimes.
Best of luck to you guys, bro. Kick some butt. PB, who do you got?
Well, I've got the one and only Juicy, and he is leading Team News.
All right, welcome back, of course, as we are here and almost ready to jump into our games and get things good to go. However, we need to do a bit of caretakering and make sure that you guys know exactly all of the details that are going to be going down here throughout the next 2 days. Let's first talk points, how these points are going to be distributed throughout these days, because obviously there's a few ways you can actually gather some points and make it the way to the top.
Certainly, a lot of these teams racked up quite a few points last competition, and again, the points will remain the same for this North American final. As you can see, first place will receive the coveted 500 points, and second place does bump down quite a bit to 365. Goes down from there all the way down to the bottom, but one thing of note is even if you finish low and get eliminated early, you're still going to receive quite a few points, so there's something else that's pretty important. What's that, Seven?
That is true, PB, and that is kills. We have actually seen teams get ahead on just kills alone, and that is because you're gonna actually get 15 points per kill, which is actually a ton, considering previously the record for just one game on kills was 27 kills.
That's a lot of points.
That's almost unheard of, especially with only a lobby of 80 players.
We also saw, even in the Chinese region, big points being racked up as well in some of those lobbies. So, again, the competition is very fierce throughout the entire globe here for the PUBG Star Challenge. And let's talk as well about the modes that we're going to be going into, because it's not all third person that we're going to be going into, right?
That's absolutely right. In PUBG Mobile, there are different perspectives that you can play this game in. There's first-person perspective, third-person perspective. We'll talk briefly about what the differences are for that. But in the first game of each day, we're going to be playing in first-person perspective, and that's where you're seeing the game through the eyeballs of the players themselves. So when they aim, you're looking down the sights, and then the final 3 games will be in third person on each day. Tell us what's a little bit different about third person than first.
Let me tell you the main one. That is, if you put your face, your character's face, up against the wall, you're actually going to be seeing, in third person at least, you're going to be seeing what's going to be coming around the corner for you. Yeah. So you're going to be seeing that a lot in the game. You're going to be seeing players just pretty much standing next to the wall. So don't think they maybe went to go pee. They're actually still trying to figure out where the enemy's at just by using that third-person point of view.
Taking advantage of game mechanics, absolutely. And then first person, a little bit more real, I think, as far as the experience. You just don't know where people are. The camera's not, luckily, floating 10 feet behind you.
I mean, we saw the differences when we saw our first qualifier, of course. We saw in those third-person games a lot of people lasting towards the later stages because defensive players rewarded, I think, in that third-person play.
Certainly. I think you have a little bit of a different tactical gamelay in the different perspectives, so we'll definitely pay attention to that in each game moving forward. First person, I think you might see some more teams willing to take chances early because it can rely on their gun skill and the essence of surprise rather than, you know, knowing where they are already.
Right. Turn around a corner and they're right there. And it's like, whoops, well, there you go. Let's talk about some of the potential underdogs coming into this tournament as well. We've already kind of highlighted who we think are going to be the big teams really kind of looking for their stomping ground in that top 3. But who are you looking to upset? Who are you looking to kind of shake things up a bit?
We talked a little bit about the favorites today. Again, the top 4 finishers from the last tournament finished quite a ways ahead of everyone else. So let's look for some teams that maybe finished a little bit lower but have some potential. I think one of those teams is Foul Play, represented by Solid FPS. Solid FPS, a PC pro. This guy knows his stuff. He's a pro. Great tactics, and now that he's on a really solid device, Samsung Note 9, he's going to be looking to do some work with his squad. So I'm picking Foul Play to do pretty well this tournament.
Definitely a great team to have there, and I've seen some of their practices, and that man was just destroying with the squad. Another team that I would actually like to go ahead and highlight is my wildcard, Team Wildcard. Pretty much, they're gonna be interesting, all right? My boy Hot Jukes, I seen him on the practice as well. They were pretty much destroying. So
that I believe through today. And Darius Killers, Hammers Esports, Taserface, Just Some Dude, and Team Vandy represent those 5 that were voted in. So again, top of the list are the teams we're looking at, and they're going to be putting up some points here real shortly.
Yeah, and from the voted teams, I'm looking forward to seeing Darius Killers and also Team Hammers Esports.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're going to go ahead and do. Since they pretty much were voted in, are they going to be able to step it up? And how bad do they want to go to the bye, right?
It's a shot at redemption. You know, they didn't perform as though they would have liked last time, but they've got another shot at it, so we'll see if they take advantage.
Yeah, and on a stage like this, no better place, I would say. And also, guys, once again, out there, make sure to join in on Twitter with the hashtag PMSC and tell us who you think's going to be winning. We've already got there, guys, winning predictions as well as underdogs. We want to hear from you guys out there as well in the Twitterverse, and also continue to vote for your most popular player, most popular team and streamer as things continue on. We're just getting our first game ready to go and get things done. But before we do that, I want to talk to you about PUBG Mobile in general, because there's a few differences to PC. There might be a lot of people tuning in from kind of the PC realm, but there's some differences to mobile. Like, for example, roaming carnival that I like to call it. Is it called carnival now? What did you guys call it? I don't know at this point.
Personally call it the carnival. I think there's been some names that have fluctuated through the community. I don't know that there's a dead set name for this location because it's not listed on the map. It's randomly spawned. The game starts there, right? So the players spawn in this carnival area. There's a pool. There's a water slide. There's a stage for some music. It's really interesting. There's also some really good loot there, is there not?
There is. I pretty much always, if I go there, more than likely I'm going to go ahead and find something that's at least level 3. Level 3 helmet, level 3 backpack, one of those things. But just talking in regards to people that might be watching that have played this game on PC and they're actually trying to go ahead and play it on their device, I guess the main difference is that you don't have access to your keyboard and the mouse. You're actually going to have to use your thumbs and claw if you want to go ahead and go that route. So that's going to be one of the big changes and something that you need to go ahead and adjust. The cool thing about PUBG Mobile is that you can go ahead and just readjust anything to your liking and whatever's comfortable for you. So that's a really cool thing to have.
Lots of customization for sure. And I think the mobile gameplay, because you're not playing with the precision of a mouse, I think in the actual gameplay dynamics, you see a little bit more movement, a little bit more aggression on mobile gameplay versus PC. And I actually prefer that, the action of what you see on mobile. So that's something definitely to look forward to today as well, especially in first person.
And some of the guns function a little bit differently as well. Some of the recoil is a little bit different. For example, something like the Mini as a DMR is highly sought after, right?
It's one of the favorite weapons of a lot of the top players. You can fire that thing really rapidly with almost zero recoil. The Mini is a fantastic choice with a number of different scopes. You can go low magnification. And you can even slap on the 8X onto the Mini and do some serious work. People moving or standing stationary.
That's definitely one that we saw in the playoffs was the DP-28. It
destroyed
people. It destroyed boats. It destroyed cars. Pretty much everybody. As soon as they heard the DP-28, they got out of there. So I wonder if they're going to go ahead and continue using these guns.
Works so well in third person because there's a lot of snakes towards the end of the game. Get that tripod out. You're very accurate with it. Very cool stuff. Thank you very much, gentlemen. We'll be coming back later on here at the analysis desk to break everything down. For now, let's head over to the commentators. It's Pansy and Sims.
Thank you so much, guys. And what a way to kick this one off. A perfect beginning to what I can imagine is going to be a very good couple of games we've got coming up today, Rich.
Pretty excited. This is the first time doing the mobile side of it. Obviously, we've used to be on the PC side, but a few little nuances, few little differences, but all in all, the same game. You got to drop out that plane, and you got to get the gear, and you got to fight for your life.
Yeah, we have, of course, 80 players, 20 teams, and one winner in each matchup. The route has come in, the plane path has been seen, and now you get a glimpse of it too. So essentially, we know it is going from the west all the way towards the east. Now, if you have watched this before, if you're a fan, if you're part of the community, you keep your eyes on these teams. You know Gangstars, they love a bit of Georgia Pole, and every team knows that. And I know people are gunning for them. I know people want to disrupt them with that crown. A lot of people want to just tipple that off the top of their head.
I mean, when you're number one pretty much in North America, potentially even the world, a few people saying these are a world-class team that pretty much should be guaranteed to make it all the way to Dubai. We have seen throughout the games that this first initial one, especially in the FPP side of it, it can be extremely busy. We see more of a game where it's gentleman's agreement. I loot here, you loot there, we meet up later on in the game.
It's a little different here, isn't it?
It's a hell of a lot different. We are seeing teams smashing and crashing, and unfortunately a few of them burning very early on.
Now, do remember, if you guys are at home, if you're in chat, wherever you are, do use that hashtag and let us know who you think is going to be walking away with the victory here. Who are you keeping your eyes on? Who's a surprise? Which players do you like to watch? Use the hashtag PMSC on Twitter and give us a shout. I want to hear your thoughts as well and keep up to date on what you expect to be seeing. But we did get a little bit of a glimpse. I'm going to give people a little bit of behind-the-scenes action. We had a little bit of a watch of the practice games yesterday, and I've got to say, Gangstars looked good. They came out and they played a darn good game. But hearing the players talk about them, as said, there's a lot of people coming after them.
I mean, when you win 3 games during qualifiers, you're kind of setting a precedence. They have 60 kills.
Absolutely.
Average of 15 kills per game, which it's absolutely massive. I mean,
it's huge.
I think they have the record at the moment, which is 27 through one game, which is, when it's a point-heavy game like this,
amazing.
15 points per kill. It racks up rather quickly. First circle has popped, and she's looking towards a northerly direction, which For the Gangstars, that's where they like to loot. That's where they like to start, and they're going to be finishing there.
Now, we are seeing two teams in Pachinki. Now, again, Pachinki, though, as a city, it can be split pretty well down the middle. If you are new to PUBG, mobile as well, you are looking to get that loot beside you. You've got a level 2 vest, level 2 helmet. You've got decent gear at this point. Hotted, a bit of an influencer, a bit of a fun guy to keep your eye on. He's always up for putting on a show with that UMP early on, but got to be careful. You're not alone in this city, and I think one of these two teams is already aware of that. Team 13 there, already eyeing it up. That's a Pachinki Bandits, so living up to the title they gave themselves.
You know what it does impress me most? The fact that, I mean, you kind of see it when we play on a different platform. When you see someone lean peeking or corner peek, it's like, okay, he knows what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing it on a mobile side, it's even harder. The level of skill that it takes to do this from these players to be able to do both move, peek, aim down sight, and fire at the same time, it's phenomenal. Some of these guys, I mean, it's like anything else. The more time you put in it, you reap the rewards at the end of the day. We did just see the K9 coming in. K98, no scope on the back of it. 7.62, it's going to do some damage if you manage to land with a shot on one of these guys, especially if they're lacking the armor or the utility.
Yep.
All of Team 17, though, they're all banked together. That's a good thing. They are. It's a good thing and a bad thing. If a grenade comes flying their way, obviously it's going to take out more than one individual player. But being a unit like this, they can just rain down fire onto Hotted's team. Hotted's obviously clearly aware that was another team here. When you're going into Pachinki, you can look around, you can see that. And, yeah, this initial shots will be landed.
Yes. Now, if you look at it this way as well, Pachinki Bandits did get 21 kills throughout the preliminary, so we're working their way into this. They had, you know, some decent performance coming in here. It looks like there's a couple of issues. That'll be resolved, do not worry. We'll give you guys updates as to what's going on, as the players are, of course, just getting themselves settled into this one. First game of the day, FPP as well, so it's exactly what you're seeing here in the eyes of it. But everyone just wanting that loot still. Only a level 1 helmet there on Derek G, so maybe wanting to find a little bit more. Does have the DP, though. That's what the guys on the desk were saying was highly sought after. So, again, we'll just be waiting to see what they do going forward.
It's going to be, like, we can kind of see this now. We don't actually be able to see it from the other platform that we can see what gear people are wearing, what's the utility on there, what the levels are, what the rank, how much durability is still remaining. Again, regardless of what platform is on, it's still the same game. You get the weapons, you loot up, you attack from all these different POVs. I mean, we've been hearing about the Gangstars, more importantly. Everyone's saying they're such a strong unit. They work so well together. They rotate together. They know exactly where people are going to be because they watch other POVs.
Yes, they certainly do. But let's look at the POV we're staring at here, which is going to be between Team G25 and Winsanity. That's over in Yasnaya towards the northeast of the map. Not surprising. We see, again, a lot of tendencies in these teams. They like to go where they like to go. And it seems they're aware there's potential for other players to be there. One thing I will say is the SMGs seem far more prevalent. First bit of contact made, but it's quite far away. Not overly pushing here, but still close enough that you're going to be calling your teammates, hey, guys, get ready. There could be a fight on our hands.
Any weapon on mobiles easily usable, just for the simple fact that you can just get stuck in there, you can run at them. A few people individually are not sure how to react with the oncoming aggression. You've seen a few that like to chill a little bit more, especially from a third-person perspective. They'll be corner peeking, they'll be using those angles, utilizing the fact of the game. They can kind of wait it out and bait them and really, not necessarily camp, but await the push when it comes forward. When you're looking from an FPP perspective, you've just got to get stuck in. And I like the aggression. I welcome these fights. We've been seeing it yesterday throughout practice, and you'll probably be seeing it in this one throughout. A few more later on. Again, there's a lot of money on the line here. More importantly, there are 3 spots going towards Dubai.
Yeah,
this is why you've got to be quite cautious.
Yeah, and Team 7 there, Team G25 is their name. They're going to be looking for the way to go forward. Bullet, you can already see him on the screen. This is still in Yasnaya. They're trying to find the most, I guess, advantageous angles. Nice 4 times on this AK. That gives a lot of distance. Getting those peaks down. Clay's going to be making the calls there. He's going to be talking to his teammates. All right, guys, I still spotted them out. They're over towards the west. Let's keep eyes on this. Let's not let it get far away from us. You almost don't want to be that first kill in a tournament as well. That's one thing you definitely don't want to be. With the points being so high for kills as well, there's a lot of money on the line for these kills coming in.
Level 1 vest here already tanked up on Crypto. Level 2 on the opposing side does get the answer back. Be 4 times on the back of the 16. As you say at the moment, it feels like the scopes are definitely in the hand of Team 10.
Look at that movement as well, Clay. Let's go. Dipping through.
Little hop across to help your teammates out and back up. But they've kind of got them pinned in. It's not looking good for Team 7. I mean, where do you push from this? You are inside the circle. I suppose that is a saving grace. There's no rush to kind of burn away from it. Let's take a look over at Milter Power. Team 14 happily steady away, looting away. I mean, usually we'd probably see something like FaZe over here.
Chifero squad there now. Milta Power, great for loot as well. Doesn't look like there's too many people near them either, so they should be able to get some decent loot out of this. Be pretty well set up. You're already seeing good armor. Got an AR as well. Ooh, nice little suppressor on that M416. Always nice to have. It feels like you can do a little bit more damage almost and be quite sneaky about it. So that's going to be something to keep your eyes on. They're over there. You can see as well the rest of the team just all kind of getting their loot going. If you are wondering what we mean by loot, that means getting all the weaponry they want, all the utility, which is smokes, grenades, med kits, everything that can really give you sustain throughout this matchup. So that's what everyone's doing. They've all got their little corner of the map. Some may be contested more than others, but they're going to get their loot and try and head towards that circle soon enough. You can see the timer just under the map as well as to when that circle will start to shrink, and it's on the way.
Off the back of that, the 416, more commonly known as the M4, you can put a stock on the back of it. With the stock and the stick and under-barrel grip, that weapon is an absolute laser beam. I was speaking to a few of the guys and said, yeah, by far, all right, you have your generic ARs, but when you get the M4 fully tanked up, especially if you even have a front barrel attachment like a suppressor, as you mentioned, the thing is just an absolute animal of a weapon. We'll keep running through the team, showing you guys exactly where people are going to be looting up over on the military base, Millie Island, Sosnovka. TG are a team that we've spoke to a few of the pros in the back. They're certainly one to watch and a contender for this top 3 position.
Absolutely, and it was quite funny hearing the players talk about them because they're saying, well, we know that Gangstars theoretically are the best team. They put up points, they've got great placements, but Team Gates, they said mechanically, so that, you know, the way they play the game, their aim, their style to it is very deadly. So that's what you can be looking out for. Can they rack up those kills? Can they pressure players down, you know, towards the end of this? The one issue of the military base is you've got to get off that. You saw it when the map popped up there, 2 bridges. And you do have boats, but we saw what happened to those boats during the prelims. You might want to avoid them. So again, these guys really nicely looted. If you take the risk of going to this area, you're going to probably get some very nice loot off the back of it.
In their defense, you wouldn't expect anybody to be setting up a bridge camp simply because of where the circle is. Everyone has to move up north. All right, it's a little bit more towards the midway, so at least you're not going to go completely hard shifting away. They'll have vehicles, they'll have utility, but as you said, when you go down there, there's so much loot, you can get fully geared up, do what you like. And Team Gates, I mean, if we're talking about seeding coming into this, they were ranked 4th on points. 41 kills overall throughout the qualifiers, 10.25 alongside these guys per kills per game average.
Very nice.
That's a big number.
It certainly is. We are on board up in Severny now with Team 15, which is Marciano Gaming. So they're already in a nice position. Could have some pressure from the northeast side. We know there's a team out there, and that's the first big drop coming in. That's the infamous crate there. Level 3 armor, level 3 helmet. Although, again, if you are a little bit newer to mobile, those level 3 helmets are throughout the map still. So you can get those, pop them on your head, and you're a little bit safer, a little bit more secure, take a little less damage.
AUG, so I'll be happy to if someone managed to find this one. Again, you can find them throughout the world spawn, but still level 3, you're not going to argue it, especially with the chest and the helmet on there as well. Bag them both up, stick the AR on, get the green ammo, 5.56, and AUG absolutely tears through enemies. And I think even from a mobile perspective, we know that the kick on that gun is so little and the recoil is so resistant that you can actually drag it down. On mobile, it becomes even more important because you can just aim down and that thing will absolutely shred through players. It's such a laser beam of a gun. Definitely deserve to be in a crate.
Now, I'll be wondering who goes north and who goes south. You can see the white circle. Again, if you're used to other games and you aren't so used to PUBG, the white circle is the new safety zone. You need to get yourself in there. But you can see the river that kind of cuts that in half, and it can be quite polarizing to try and get across that. You got to swim, you got to drive. It's always tricky. So I'm wondering if people invest in going north or they stay south. Now, south, you can imagine, is going to have a lot of players in it, and it does. It's an easier place to get to at this point, considering the plane path will generally bring people towards the south of the map there as the loot is a little bit more prevalent. Now, I'm looking at this one across the board. Gangstars, they're not going to have too much trouble, but looking at Team 3, which is those guys already in the vehicle, already on the move, and it's not just one vehicle, they've got 2. A good approach, a smart approach.
Yep, splitting it up, so if one does get exploded, at least all players won't be going down. They're all separated. They do have to fly by Team Fandy. Fandy's staying put for now. No shots going to be coming away from Team 18, just the left-hand side. The rotation here for Team number 3, those guys. Looking to get a foothold on the map. Actually, I think they've got 3 vehicles all in all, so all individual players split up. That's good for them. But where are they going to pull up now? Are they going to go central? Will they play the edge? Will they play the outskirts? We spoke about Fandy for a second. Let's take a look at their POV and check in. Over here with Dan. DP and a 2 times on the back. Level 2 helmet. Only a level 1 chest. Plenty of meds in the barrel. Same goes for his teammate Batty if we look across. Level 2 helmet. Level 1 chest. Try and get those. Especially if you go into the second or third circle, you want to be at least level 2'd up so you can, you know, be a bit more tanky and take the bullets because, again, 7.62 regardless, it hurts. It hurts like a bad man if they got AKMs, they got any kind of sniper rifles. You need that level of defense to take those bullets. The last 2-3 teams, the stragglers, I want to say, if you look at the map on the right-hand side, team number 4, that's over at Team Gates. Team number 12, that's going to be Foul Play, Solid FPS's team. Again, Circle has popped. Now they'll be taking quite a lot of tick damage, and it looks like the first engagement has happened, Lauren.
Yeah, no one's dead just yet, though. A couple of tags have come through. Team 6 here laying down the shots. That's Team Hectic. We're on board with Josh P right now. So eyeing it up, looking towards the garage. This is just above school towards the east of Roshok. So a heavily contested area, a really nice little compound. And you can see teams really want to get this. That 4 times on the DP, great for suppressing fire. And the player who's out on his own is from Team 8. So that's Zen Gamers, a little isolated. I think that's Night Owl potentially on his own. So he might be in real trouble here because his teammates, they're not there to help him out.
No, they're not. I mean, they are slowly approaching it, I do believe. I don't really think there's any reason to commit to this fight. They might as well just back off from it, which they have done. They've turned. They're going to face away, stick around the school area. He's dead and gone. Night Owl, unfortunately, just leave him be. It's 15 points going to the opposing team that will clean him up wherever he bleeds out or whether or not they finish him. But you might as well, at least, rather than lose any more team.
Good shot.
Tag.
Really nice play.
What a banger.
Very nice with that Kar 98. You've got a bit of range on it, and they're putting it to use already. Josh P putting on a bit of a show for us. Is it going to be a follow-up, though? Let's see. Really nicely geared to these guys. They've got everything they want. This could be the first real kill coming out as well. If Swift gets that nade through, Night Owl could be confirmed, and it is. Swift going to confirm the first kill of this tournament coming in. So nice work from them, dominating, controlling that area that they want to be in, and just keeping Team 8 on the back foot. Zen Gamers, do not go over there. Do not collect, 200. You stay where you are in school.
That's going to be Hectic with the first 15 points of the game. The floodgates have now finally been opened. Slowly but surely we'll see more of these engagements happen, and we'll see, unfortunately, who is the first team to leave Erangel and delete it from the server. A couple of shots from Josh Peach, still trying to keep the warning for the team that is pushing over from the opposing side. That's Zen inside the school. They're very aware, I like this. They're holding point. They're not taking it for granted that they've got this kill. They're still being very cautious and very aware that you could have Zen lurking in the distance. That tag was a fair amount of range, so you would suspect, okay, they shouldn't be around here. They'll be scared. They'll push back. But still, being aware and not taking it for granted and running away and dying is a good play.
I like the way they're backing away from this smart play, being quite cautious, but you've got to be careful of all the other teams heading north from the southern side of the map. They could potentially run into some others on the way here. Keep eyes on that, but you can see them, Team 8, just above school. They do have a team in front of them, so there could be an engagement there if they're not careful. Everyone else towards the north is pretty well split up, though. Pretty well situated. And again, these are the prime modes for you guys at home. Use that hashtag PMSC and let us know who's doing well so far. Whose position do you like? How's your team doing? Keep us in the loop. And it looks like a couple of teams going to get themselves into good positions here. Nice and... All right. A bit of crazy taxi going on over here.
Tony Hawk just steps up. Fair play. Team 12, that'll be Foul Play. Solid FPS's team. Player for TSM. We've seen many different competitions. Now banked away from competitive play, trying his luck in the PUBG mobile scene. Again, qualified through regionals. So I just had a quick catch-up with him yesterday. He said he does enjoy the game. It feels more like version 1 before the weapon updates and balances. You still feel that, and you know the weapons that you can use. You can go in with the SMGs, the shotguns, everything's viable in this. Circle did update, and she's still stuck around the northern area, northern region. That's going to be Severny, just teetering a little bit of water on the northern edge of the coastline.
If you want to talk about circles, it gets scary if it pushes north. That's the one that's going to force all these teams that you're looking at right now on your screen to get on moving. For now, they're pretty safe. There could be teams trying to get new compounds, new areas. You can see Swift, nice position. You can get on top of all of these roofs pretty much and keep tabs across. It looks like we have a spot coming out here. Team 12 spotting out some of the players. Definitely not sure if they're going to take shots on this. Good gun to be taking the shots with, though.
You've got an SLR and an SKS, both of them staring down the barrel. If they can at least pick off one and get a pick and a knock and a finish, it's 15 points and a definite warning. I did cop for this fight. I'm going to bring it up. Team 20, just some dudes you can see on the right-hand side. They are set up in the Asnaya Pond. Either side of the bridge is heavily fortified. Okay, so that's an M24, an SKS, and a Kar 98.
And now this is what I was saying about teams trying to get towards the north. These are going to be the routes that are going to be very, very contested and have a lot of shots through, a lot of teams trying to position on that. Josh P, he's trying it. I like this. A little ambitious on the shots, but if he lands one, I'm sure this audience and everyone else will be pretty impressed.
You got to do it for the montage, right? You got to do it. You got to show your skills. That bridge is becoming even more deadlier. We've had one team pass through. They managed to pass go. And they're going to be on their way going further afield. Team 7. Who's that inside? That's Team G25 in Yasnaya. They're not going to come out just yet because they're still inside the circle. You would kind of expect that area.
That's a bit scary.
Yeah, and still bullets in the background. That's smoking. That's on fire.
No!
He's gone. He's dead. That's 2 of them back to back. That's
massive. That's one of the bigger teams gone down as well.
That's Gates losing 2.
That's huge.
Okay.
And that goes over to Gangstars as well. Oh, that's a huge pickup for them, considering those 2 are in contention, right?
Yeah.
If you're a top 3 team and you just pick up 2 kills and some of your opposite numbers, that's perfect. That is exactly what you want. And all that damage was done before. Look at this. That car was looking scary. And there's that mini. We said this gun is deadly, and we've just seen why. Great shots from Beowulf there on top of the roof, laying down the fire.
Unfortunately, Koto and Samel, that'll be the end of them for game number 1. 30 points move the way of the Gangstars, and you said
really
it perfectly, Lauren. The fact that that's going to be a top 4 team, or 2 top 4 teams going up contention, eliminating an enemy like that and removing him down to 50%, it makes your life just a little bit more easier.
And I've just seen the new circle. There we go. This is where it gets a little scary. You can see instantly, Gangsters get in the cars. They're like, all right, we want to get to that perfect position as quick as we can. We're not waiting around for this. All the other teams on the extremities, on the outskirts, they've got to consider where they're going to go. There isn't that many compounds now in that new circle. It's very much terrain-based. It's very smart positioning, using the hillsides, using the defilades, and they're going to have to do just that. So we're going to see those teams who like those early rotations to get that prime position, getting in their vehicles and moving now. But that's a deadly game. We've already seen Team Gates getting punished for that.
This circle will prove a little bit difficult for those who might have to come out of Roshawk. I mean, it's about 20% down in Ros, so you'd expect, if you played the numbers game, expect it to shift up towards the north. Look at Gangstars straight away, though. We saw it on the circle. They just get in the vehicles and they absolutely bomb it to the center of the circle. They'll take the prime position. They'll take the hillside houses.
Look at that northeast side of the map. It's
oh
all
my
starting
God, this
to
is
move.
going to be messy.
This is going to be a lot of teams trying to find anywhere for a bit of respite. This is the scary moment for these teams. So much on the line. They've all been so careful, so cautious. But they're going to hear all these cars on the move. They're going to see all these teams trying to find any of those buildings they could potentially
utilize. The Gangstars might be getting crashed here, Lauren. This could be interesting. We have to have a look at this position. Everyone's going central now, but the Gangstars are already there waiting with their arms open, ready to receive these kills. We have to take a look at their POV because there are teams currently moving towards their position. Here we go.
Yeah, that's been underrated, trying to maybe take a wide berth. Yeah, you can see them swinging in the north. They do not want to go near that. I'd take the long way around. As soon as those shots came through, it's instantly alarm bells ringing. Now, Tron's out of the vehicle, though. He could still be in a bit of trouble. Maybe going to get picked up by his teammates. A couple of tags come out, but they're safe. If you get that much pressure coming your way, you do not stick around. You back out of there.
What's most scary about this position, Lauren, is they're not just hiding inside the buildings. They're actively wandering around the defilades. Look at this.
Wait, they pulled up.
They moved the vehicle so they can't take out the tires here. So they're hiding behind the back because they know that the team are lurking. They might try and push this.
I don't know. That's a tough position to push. It's very open ground. There's
especially
not
with the
that
level 3
much,
building.
Exactly. There's not that many trees around. There's a little bit of a defilade. You can see them using it here. That little dip and a shot comes out. Actually, that's... Wait, did he just find one of them?
Yeah, he just dinked him in the head. That was a definite knock from the K9, so that must have been from the top of the building. Definitely.
Let's see if they can find some more. If they've got maybe an avenue of approach, then why not follow it up? You can see him keeping tabs. He's going to be the vision here, keeping the information flowing throughout the team. Angry, going to be eyeing that up as best he can. Maybe feeding the information to the rest of his players. But if you're on the other side, if you're an underrated with Troll and Alchemy, Thunder, G-Bay, you don't want to be peeking that. You don't want that fight. You don't want to lose out to these guys early. You just want to play safe, play calm, and hope someone else takes these guys on.
We'll see if we can get a bigger picture of the map shortly just to kind of show you guys at home how this story is going to break down, because there is a hell of a lot of players remaining. 77 on Erangel. And the circles, they're getting smaller and smaller. This entire thing's about to explode. Look at this kill feed, Lauren. Players are dropping left, right, and center. It's a little bit too small, and it goes rather quickly. I think I've just seen 4 players, 74. So that's what, 5, 6, 7, 3, 5? 4 people we've just seen go down in that entire rotation.
Yeah, this is scary times. All the teams. Carnage there, keeping eyes on. Going to be getting the taps through. Does he get the tag, though? It looks like he's getting a good bit of damage. A couple more bullets could have done some real work there. The M16, nice little scope on it, too. Going to be rattling off the bullets, and another team might be coming into this compound. This is scary times for everyone available. Look at this. They're all just sitting there. They're sitting ducks. They need to get to cover, Rich.
Need the building. Goes in with the M4, gets the flush. The 16 comes through, picks him off as well. He does have the AKM, and he's sitting tight for now, expecting this oncoming onslaught, but still, Carnage.
Oh, he's got the... Surely he's got it. He
down.
does. Carnage from afar. This man has vision.
Look at all the walking wounded, Lauren.
He's doing so much damage here. This is great play from him. And where's his teammates? They're not even helping. It's a one-man army, and he's still going.
He's trying to beat that bloody car down and get the explosion. 1, 2, 3 players just crawling on the floor. That final guy literally holding on by the skin of his teeth.
Look at that damage. That's insane. The rest of his team can't help.
The team that was actually in there originally can come in and clean this up, though. They could just mop up points, essentially, if they find the bodies. But you have to be careful here, because Team Gates, there might only be 2 of them, but they're doing so much damage.
But none of them are in the circle. As much as this damage is so good to watch here.
No kills either from that.
They're not confirmed kills. Not yet. They could be soon, though. We'll keep eyes on it. We'll see how the situation unfolds, because that blue's going to start pushing them in even closer. There's no rest for the Wicked here.
50-50 split between the
They're moving,
side.
Rich. They're running this.
They want it.
They don't have vehicles. Their vehicle got blown up. They didn't have any opportunity, so they now need to just get moving. Heal up, do the best they can, stim up, and run it out. This could be revenge down the line from Team 20. That's just some dudes. They're the ones who are getting bullied from up in the north. They could now sit there and be like, all right, you tried to take us down. It's our turn now.
Trolling. 2 times on the back of the scalp. He's got to stick underneath so at least can control the spray. They're looking outside one of the Harry Potter towers. The gangsters, you can see on the map, they're still holding point on that northern edge. The vehicle's going off. It wants to get the hell out of there and get some footing on the map. Fair play to them. Team 9 also, when we look towards underrated, they'll be holding their point. Everyone can kind of play a little bit of border control, because a lot of people are going to be rotating on this easternly bank.
Alchemy.
Mr. Korn, in his little suit, gets away with his life, but actually, I think he got tagged up there.
Yeah, I would be surprised. And I've got to say about underrated as well, the team we were watching almost battle out with Gangstars, they peeled away. You can see them now in towards the northeast side of the map. Smart to play. Don't take those needless fights. Every team who's currently in this, look at Rozhok. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 teams here. Rozhok is going to be a bloodbath.
Hot hawk, I think, is the better word for this one. You've got to, it's very quick. If you
so there, up in the hills. Moving back with the Scott. They're just playing this smart. They still have a bit of safety in that circle. The southern side will have to and get moving. Outside is not done yet, apparently. He's still just going off. He's keeping everyone in check.
Hammond's in the background playing medic, trying to get all 3 of his teammates up. If he does, that'll be amazing. Kieran Sight trying to get a few shots off with the Kar-98, looking for some tags. Still, though, Gangstars again. That's another knock from the Kar-98. These boys are just fragging and tagging individuals, 62 players alive. So we did, in that final few seconds, I mean, the last 10 seconds, we've lost 8 players.
They're pushing towards the northern side of Rozhok. There's already a team there. Team 12 is waiting. That's
this
foul
is so
play.
bad.
So this could be a real collapse. Look at all these teams coming in. There's 4 teams about to just crunch towards this area. If one team turns around and looks towards the east, that could be 4 or 5 kills coming in. Already a couple of them on the kill feed.
And there's vehicles as well.
This is huge. Everyone's on the move.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams, all just trying to stake a claim. Bang goes down, straight out the back of the ban. He gets nuked. There's still 4 individual players there, solid. With the rest of his team on Team 12, they do have a good position, top of the building. But look at the spray down. Flip just trying to keep people at base. Say, no, this is my hangar, but the Molotovs are coming through thick and fast, and he has to back off.
He does, but he's just readjusting a little bit, falling away. He's got to hope his teammates have his back as well, because here comes the push, here comes the play. You can see solid FPS up above, trying to keep tabs on, but it looks like a breach of a compound there.
Will all those players go down? That's Team 7. They're all very, very weak. Is that G25?
It is.
Look at all the damage done, and now the rotations are coming through. Be careful you don't shoot your teammate. The crossfire's there. Another team falls. Unfortunately, we're down to 15. Back-to-back, 2 of them go out. 53 individual players. And again, everyone just hoping for a little bit of respite, but this is still, it's not over yet.
No, it's certainly not. Look at this fire through the smoke. There's just bodies in there with him. And he's not even safe right now. He needs to get into the safety area. You can see him trying to move up, trying to find out where these guys are. It's madness right now.
And the blue as well, just to add insult to injury. He's smashing 1. He gets 1. Can he get the second? No, another play around the corner.
He needs to switch up to the next gun. He's only got the M24. That's a rifle. He's going to be trying to restock, get some ammo, and move up. This is madness, Richard. Rozhok was just an absolute massacre.
But the slightly good thing is that the circle has gone their way. It has hard shifted directly into Rozhok. This now proves difficult for Team 19 and Team number 6. That's going to be Taserface facing off against Hectic. Hectic earlier on doing pretty well. 3 kills already in the bag here for Team 13. And again, it's just a massacre. It's just a complete mess. Rozhok now has just become a bloodbath. We've lost 7 teams in the span of, I think, about 1 minute.
Yeah, it looks like I think we might have just seen Wildcard having some real trouble. Wait, Gangstar. Well, the Gangstars just got found by FP. Wait, we need to see that fight towards the north side of Roshok, because that's a really interesting one. If we're seeing Gangstars being pressured here, that could be huge. And I saw that from Solid FPS, so I'm wondering if that's a confirmed kill. Nice positioning, though, waiting for them to push out from the little hut. Any replies coming in, you can see the pressure starting to build, the SMG in hand, and now he gets his UMP out, but it's too little too late. He gets flanked, he gets downed, and his job done. Solid FPS here from up above, keeping tabs on, and Gangstars, they could be in trouble.
Yeah, that would be a shocker. Solid FPS is single-handedly holding the level 3 building. He's spraying through, he's got some tags up, the second one there, but the answer back is real. Zute. That's the M4 to the face. Solid's down, but he's not out just yet. His teammates could help him out. Flip still holding the backside here on the hangar, spraying again through the smoke.
They're going off right now, Rich. Gangstars are killing everyone. Zute's got knocked, though. It's not without reply. Gangstars, confirm the kill on Solid FPS, confirm the kill on Memo. We are seeing still kills coming in. Angry is there. What are these guys doing? They're just going off on everyone right now. They're pushing their way through the northern side, and they're one of the only survivors at the moment. You can see TG still alive, still holding on, but Fire comes in, gets knocked.
Again, another answer back. So they've got 2 players down now. They need to be very, very careful because they're one up top. If they manage to get anything through that window, they're going to be losing more players. Now, again, the circle goes away from every single team. He did. The grenade went through the window, Lauren. There were 2 individual players going down back to back. Went into his top 10. 9 teams are alive. 20 individual players. Roshok has just been a burial ground for individuals. What an absolute mess it's been so far.
Yep.
And it's only going to get worse.
Still have 4 players standing. You're going to start, if you want to look at it this way, you're looking at the teams with all 4 players alive. It means they've got so many more options to go forward. Keep tabs on that. If we switch to a team like we are right now, you look at the feed, okay, 3 players alive. A little bit harder, but maybe Josh P's got something up his sleeve. Already, though, Beowulf gets found. This could be a big, big blow. They're trying to swing towards the northern side, but there's a team in their way, Team 9. That's underrated. That was the first fight we ever saw. Will they go for the revive? The smoke wall goes up. Beowulf, though, bleeding out. He needs his teammates to help him out here, but is he worth the risk?
They're playing the edge so they can run it if they need to. The smoke's up, so they will be able to get this revive off. It will be a very slow sinking circle perpendicular to where they are up on that northern ridge.
Is it only trolling right now?
No one's actually near them, thankfully, so that'll give them... It all depends that individual player on team number 9 that is directly in front of him, but he's been knocked again. That's the second time.
Beowulf is taking fire from everywhere. This is really hard for them now to do anything about it. Hodik goes down. We are seeing Beowulf being knocked time and time again. This guy is struggling now. Angry fights back, though. Trolling goes down. I think that was the last remaining member from Underrated. And where is this coming from? They're catching everyone. Until then, there's a reply.
Ever Fury falls. Zute's tanked up as well. He's got to be careful. Angry, the only one here that's got a decent amount of health.
It was a great split. I just realized what they did. They split the circle. They left 2 players over by Roshok to slow them down. They put 2 players towards the safe side of the circle. That's so smart from them.
It was a good trade. They lost 1 individual player, and they managed to stop an entire team flanking them from behind, which gives Zute and Angry the time they need to get back into
3 teams, Rich.
But there's a team right in front of them, Lauren. Team 17.
Yeah, Derek's killers are still alive and kicking. Zute gets tagged up, gets knocked. It's not over yet. You can see Angry putting up numbers, trying to stay alive. Can he do enough, though? He's bought a bit of time. Going to try and get the revive here. It's 2 teams. It's them against the others now. Nerve is there. Gets tagged. Going to try and do the dance, but he can't do it. What on earth was that from Gangstars? What a bit of play. They just played their heart out. Playing from Roshok to that side of the circle and coming all the way back around. That is why they are the best team here.
North America's #1 team doing it in style. They are setting a precedence and showing the world why they are here to play. 13 kills in the bag. The road to Dubai has begun for the Gangstars.
You can see everyone else on the board, though. It was a very hard 4-4 game. There were a couple of moments here. Angry was left with it all to do. His teammate was knocked. It's all on him. And did he step up to the challenge. That 4-1-6 in hand, he tore them up.
You called it perfectly, Lauren. This was just an amazing play to split the pack like they did. Just leave 1 player on the back lines and say, okay, if you fall, that's fine. You're going to do the work, which he did. He confirmed the kill. I mean, he got the jump shot. The player just landing out the building, he nailed him. Now, fair play. It was a trade-off, but that allowed the rest of his 2 players to move up. He took the one-on-one engagement. It came down to that point. The 4-1-6 did its job. I mean, GG. Fantastic game.
Yeah, that was so good. I think that is such a way to kick things off. That was FPP. We have third-person perspective afterwards. But let's keep back into this game because that was so good. I thought, you know, what we saw from Solid FPS was great. Let's look at this again because we saw some great shots. This was the moment I was like, all right, Gangstars, let's see what you got. Because Team Gates going down or losing too early was a big story.
Something like that, when you remove 50% of the team from the server, one of your biggest problematic teams that could potentially stop you going all the way. That does so much to the bigger picture of the game because it kind of opens up that top spot for other teams, right? I mean, we saw some absolute madness and carnage when it came down to Rawsock, shooting through the smoke. We didn't quite catch it, I don't believe. I saw it in the kill feed. There was a 2-for-1 grenade. They saw him in the building. They managed to flush them out. At the end, it kind of came down to that one individual player to split the pack like they did and say, okay, you hold point, we're going forward. Get in front of the team. Get the edge of the circle. Calaverse, it was a good point at one. She got herself right in there. She managed to be able to hold it. But again, the SMGs, they just... Oh, this was the grenade, I think. This was the one we didn't see.
There it is. Right in the window.